Hello viewers, followers, friends, etc. It's Francis Jeffery coming to you again, except this time from Bremen, Indiana, outside of my favorite grocery store in the world to photograph the exterior of. Today I rode my bike all the way down here from South Bend because it's probably the last warm day that I'll get, which will be an off day this calendar year, and so I figured why not ride my bike through the countryside between South Bend and Bremen and then stop at this grocery store. The exterior of this place has lots of interesting looking lights and colors and everything associated with it. Also, welcome to the town of Bremen. Within the last couple of weeks or so, I've gotten the chance to do some pretty interesting street photography in this neighborhood. I haven't had the chance to submit most of my photos from that sojourn or sojourns to my 500px profile yet, though. So I just want to give a shout out to this place because I love it. It's like this is a great place for me to go and shoot photos because since I live in South Bend, I see the countryside on my way here, and then by the time it's time for me to take a break and get something to eat is right when this place comes up. And I just absolutely love walking around the outside of it and seeing the Amish people stop here and park their horses, and I just love the character of this supermarket. Alright, now that I'm noticing that there's an American flag over there, I just want to go over there and see if there's a perspective in which I can juxtapose the American flag with the supermarket in the background. There probably isn't because the houses here are in the way, but it's worth at least looking at to make sure that I can't do it. Yeah, see? I can't. I already do have some photographs of this supermarket on my 500px profile. So if you look it up on 500px, you might come up with at least a couple of my photos of this place. There's my bicycle. I rode my bike all the way down here from South Bend today. I figured if I did that, I'd get lots of exercise in, and I would also see the countryside in more detail than I would if I had driven. So, even though it took several hours for me to get down here, it was well worth it. Ooh, I like these Halloween decorations outside this person's house. Alright, well, I just wanted to give a shout out to this grocery store because it's an amazing place. It's a very interesting building to photograph compared to the surroundings. So I guess I'll just quickly show the back end of it, and then I'll move on to video recording something else in Bremen, which is interesting. Now, I did not photograph this phenomenon, but when I first showed up in the area today, I was noticing that I thought it was interesting how this evergreen tree looks like a church steeple, and then if, in theory, I were to take a photo from the vantage point of way up here somewhere and zoom in just a little bit, I might be able to get the sign that says church to be on top of the tree that's in the shape of a steeple. So it's like the tree is impersonating a church steeple. I actually love that red motorcycle with the red looking trees surrounding it. Hello, sir.
What are you doing?
I'm giving this store a huge shout out on video for my YouTube channel because I love this place. Aw, what a cute little doggy. Just like South Bend, Bremen is like a jurisdiction which mostly has houses up and down side streets. So if I lived in Bremen, I would have the same issue that I do with South Bend, which is that I wouldn't be able to do much photography at all if I wasn't legally allowed to photograph people's houses without permission. So if I lived in Bremen, it would probably be a worse place to be stuck in as a professionally trained photographer like myself than South Bend. But part of what makes this an amazing place for me to go to photograph is the fact that I can photograph the countryside on my way here, which is in between the two jurisdictions. Alright. Ooh, I just found a very interesting thing to photograph. Maybe I'll photograph it in a separate video. But it is this sign that says Mishawaka, which is juxtaposed with all of the other signs that have arrows on them. And it creates an interesting fine art photograph that has arrows in it leading the eye all over the place. There's an Amish person. I just waved at them. If I had my DSLR camera handy, I could have gotten a very interesting photograph of the horse and buggy going down the street with this brown colored house in the background. And that's because the color of the house goes along with the color of that particular horse as well as that horse and buggy. And also the street signs give away the location, and this is a well-known Amish community. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent now, and this video has accomplished what I set out to accomplish, so I think it's time for me to move on by stopping the video and recording something else. Bye-bye.